First question, how would I know if I specifically have a life purpose?
Uh-huh. Well, you won't know intellectually. So this has to be something that you do at the being level or at the intuitive level. But the good news is you don't have to know. It's not really important to know. What's important is that you do what comes to you. I guess you don't resist. If you feel like you're being led in a particular direction, or a particular direction is the way you have to go, then go there, and always be positive there. Always be caring there. Grow in that direction. And with experience, you might think like, well, I can see that I'm always being nudged in this particular direction. Always. I can see I've come from all different other directions, but I always get nudged back to this direction. Then that's kind of a hint that that direction is something you really need to do. That's a purpose. And you've probably come here to meet that purpose. But now that awareness can only come after many years of trying to go in all sorts of directions and always being nudged back to, that path that keeps coming up all the time. So then you have this purpose. So that's a very specific purpose I think you're talking about, not the general purpose. The general purpose is the same for everybody. We're here to grow up. We're here to lower our entropy. We're here to become love. And that's our purpose. But sometimes people have a very specific purpose, something that they're supposed to do, some specific thing they're supposed to learn, or some way they're supposed to help. And that will only be known to you intuitively and after a pretty long time. For me, writing MBT, answering your questions, being here to help people see reality and their lives in a more productive manner, I can say that's my purpose. And I can see that, a lot of things I've done in my life have led me to that. So I would say that I came here with a specific purpose. And that's not the only specific purpose. I have other things that I have done that I'd say also part of this. So the learning's not just in this one dimension, and the direction of my life's not just in one dimension. It goes in multiple dimensions, but they all kind of converge to the same place. So many of you will probably find that you have a purpose like that too. Or perhaps you really don't have a specific purpose. Everyone does not have to have a specific purpose. We all do have that general purpose, which is to care, to give, to grow, to become love, to get rid of that fear. That's everybody's purpose. Some of us, maybe after a life review or after carefully considering what our next incarnation is going to be like, want to conquer a particular issue. Maybe we have certain types of fear that we're always dealing with. And now we focus on that kind of fear, that idea. Maybe we get angry and we want to get away from that propensity of ourselves to be angry in incarnation after incarnation. So we really focus on that. And that then would be a specific purpose besides the general purpose. So some of you may feel you have a specific purpose, that you're here for a particular path, not just any path that brings you to growing up, but a very particular path. And you only know that by looking backwards over years and seeing the trends and seeing where you've gone and how you've gotten there. And that then will show you kind of where your focus has been all along.